ready. Tongues are after me. Ooh, I'm ready. Who's there? What are you doing? You want chop? Martial arts has come a long way from that. My tongue will destroy your tongue. The bulls are on their way. We have to keep going because this chop ain't gonna make itself. This show is actually the evolution. Welcome to KenKenReviews. I'm Ken. Mr. I'm gonna watch it so you don't have to. And this is a review for Warrior.
You think you can take me on?
That's the wrong question.
Oh yeah? What's the right one?
Do you really want to find out?
There are 25,000 Chinese living in this city, and more coming every day.
You do what you have to survive. There's about 100 different ways it can bury you.
Someone has to start fighting back.
What do you want from me?
Loyalty. This city's a powder keg.
This video is brought to you by our sponsors, Fix It Rich, a handyman that helps. Specializes in wall mounting, flat packing, home repairs, and many more. And what you can see here are my collectibles, which he's going to create a wall of glory for. You'll be able to follow the journey of my wall being built, and you can have the same with a 20% discount code using KenKenReviews. Now back to the review. The show is based in the late 1800s, and we follow a character named Assam. Assam is a martial arts prodigy who emigrates from China to the USA, San Francisco to be exact, in search of his sister, only to be sold to one of the powerful Tongs in Chinatown. He soon finds himself working as an assassin for the most respected gang in Chinatown, amidst a violent turf war. Andrew Koji plays Assam, and this guy has been labelled the reimagination of Bruce Lee. I don't think they're related, but you can see who this character was modeled after. Now, don't let any of that take anything away from Andrew, because he's absolutely brilliant in his role. He's cool, he's calm, and solid when it comes to the fighting. It's an overall brilliant performance. Jason Tobin plays Young Jun. Now, if Andrew's Goku, Young Jun is Vegeta. Any excuse to fight, and he does it well. His character brings this nice story narrative to the whole show, giving us an insight into gang relations, and it's not just all chop, fight. Diane Doan as Mei Ling. She's the fox of the show, the sly one, the cunning little snake that just somehow slithers her way around without being touched. His second in command is played by Joe Taslim. His character is Lee Young, and he's probably the biggest star-studded on this show. I don't think I remember seeing anybody that was actually more recognized than him on here. But he does take a bit of a side role in this, but still very impactful. Of course, he brings his action skills, being from many various different franchises that involve martial art, and he delivers. Hoon Lee plays Wang Chao, and he is by far one of my favorite characters in the show. He's one of those characters that is playing all sides, keeps himself to himself, focused on his money, and he's just somewhat friends with everybody, so no one tends to trouble him. Or do they? Show takes place on the mean streets of San Francisco, and the set is excellent. It's all mainly in Chinatown, which has this dark aesthetic, and it's just full of life because of all the busy marketplace. They do switch between there and city halls and some desert areas, and they also venture out further in later seasons. There is no CGI. Correct me if I'm wrong. Which means there's no distractions to take you away from the engagement of the show. Everything's just practical and hands-on, and it just keeps it real. Now, the dialogue is a big highlight of the show, and I just love the way they flipped it so well. And one thing they do, or they don't do, is explain what is going on here. It's on a simply, if you know, you know basis. I'm gonna try my best to explain it to see if it makes sense. There are no subtitles used in this show anywhere.
correct me if I'm wrong. The narrative in this show is majority, if not all, that these Chinese characters are fully Chinese with little knowledge of English. However, when the Chinese characters are interacting with each other, they speak fluent English for you and me, both the viewers, to understand. Now, when the Chinese interact with the white folk, there's broken English, and all of a sudden, they have Chinese accents. At first, I was lost, and then when I figured it out, mind blown. It's a wicked cinematic skill that they use that I haven't seen used anywhere else. And I feel like that is the evolution of I am ready. Warrior is a top-notch, upper echelon, super show that everybody should watch. If you're a fan of drama, action, politics, this is a show for you. It's got everything. The story is engaging, the action is full on, coupled with blood, gore, the whole lot, and the kills are just messy. The characters are well developed, with each character getting enough screen time. My only issue with this show, fight me if you will, and it is a very minor issue, are the secondary plots around the politics and the bulls. I get, given the time era of the 1800s, it was a big thing, and yes, the story is well told where it incorporates it into the main story. However, I'm just here for the turf wars. I want to see man fight and make that chop. It's a recommended watch, definitely, with 3 seasons in. New season hasn't been announced, but hopefully it will be, because this is a story that we want to carry all the way to the end. It has great potential, and it has lots of room to develop into something bigger and maybe perhaps even outside of San Francisco. It's Bruce Lee reimagined, or rather, let's say they're paying homage to one of the GOATs. Do you want to see a new season for this? Am I gassing? Does he not remind you of Bruce Lee? How much chop have you made? If you were in this world, which tongue would you belong to? I like the suits, so I know where I'll be. It's giveaway time, and this month we're giving away a Blu-ray copy of Transformers Rise of the Beast, courtesy of Substance Global. For you a chance to win, all you have to do is like, comment, and subscribe with notifications on. You can enter as many times as you want. You gotta be in it to win it. Let's go.